like I said last week, I just feel like something's going on and it's not sitting right with me. I
Hmm.
don't know. Everything seems off kilter.
Yeah,
And
agreed.
it's not just the stabilizers.
That's right. Hi, welcome to Above Deck, a below deck breakdown podcast. I'm Sarah Goldman, a photographer and former marine biologist living in Charleston, South Carolina. With me is my college roommate and co-host, Kelly.
I'm Kelli Busby, an executive assistant and former radio host, coming to you from my home studio in Columbus, Ohio. Together, we hosted the Socks with Sandals radio show on WFAL in Bowling Green, Ohio, and we are back again this week to discuss Below Deck and our love of all things Bravo.
Today we'll be discussing Below Deck Down Under Season 3, Episode 13, Lipstick Service.
Here's your recap. Tzarina smooth things over with Alesia, and Lara gets her lipstick. Harry's first day as lead deckhand doesn't go according to plan. Marina gets to be on service, and Bree struggles to balance all her new tasks. New guests arrive who enjoy a seafood extravaganza and a beach bonfire. Sarah, how many shackles would you give this episode?
I gave it an 8. It was a solid episode.
Yeah,
Stuff is really brewing.
yeah,
So yeah, overall it was good. These new guests are interesting. I think that's going to be fun, especially the
yeah,
next episode.
yeah. Should be good.
So when we left off, it was the night out, and
Mm.
Zarina's telling Harry about the talk she had with Laura, and Laura's confiding in Bree in the loo.
I think my favorite part of this whole scene was when
Hmm.
Laura said, I am not a stewardess. I am a chief stewardess. And I mean, I get it. I mean, you work very hard to get to those roles. I
Yeah,
just thought that was funny. That's what came to mind when they were talking about this.
I'm assistant to the assistant. What is
That
it? What is it he says on The
I'm
Office?
assistant to the assistant manager.
Assistant to the regional manager
Yeah,
or
something like
assistant
that.
regional manager. I'd forget, but
Yeah,
anyway, it kind of gave that energy for
yeah.
sure. Hold on. I feel like let me look that up real quick because
What is that from?
The Office.
Okay.
Hey Siri, The Office, Dwight, assistant to the regional manager. Served as the original assistant to the regional manager. I think he calls himself the assistant regional manager, but he's the assistant to the regional manager. And there's like,
Ah, yes. That is a big difference.
yeah, okay, so funny. So Nate and Alysia are getting to know each other. She's really liking his playfulness, and she goes ahead and tells him about Johnny, that she kissed him, and he doesn't care.
I like their conversations they're having, but I still wonder how Alicia's doing because it really has only been a day still
Yeah, remember she's
since
texting him constantly.
yeah. So and then again as I'm reading this, I realize that she's probably used to talking or being wanted or being around like multiple men who love her because she's beautiful and she's
Hmm.
kind and I just what is that like? Just
Oh,
what do you
come on now, Kelly.
stop it. I get
Okay.
all the 5-year-old. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, back to the boat. I don't know about you, but I would choose the pizza van over the let's figure out why Zarina and Laura aren't getting along van.
Pizza van all day long. And I think if Bree just kind of looked at Harry like, why are you getting in this? Like,
Harry loves to stir some drama. He's kind of like Colin in that way.
getting it going.
Did you see Adair's puka shell necklace that she was wearing? I
I
love
love
that
it.
how we dressed in college is cool again.
So those Steve Madden like
Yes.
slides, those
Yeah.
are back.
Mm-hmm.
The chokers that are made out of like black plastic vinyl, like they
Yep.
look like they're macrame, those are back. Baby doll sundresses with the little baby flowers on back.
Oh,
Doc
I need
Martens are
those.
back, Sarah. Dark Mount. So you get me some butterfly clips to put in my
Yes.
hair. I'm set. We're good.
So cute. I love it. I do have some of those little butterfly clips. I can hear the sound of those
Flop,
shoes,
flop,
those
flop,
slides, the
flop.
Steve Madden slides, like
Yep.
whap, whap, whap. The next day. Tzarina has a chat with Alysia, and her apology is well received.
I admire them both for having that tough conversation because to be honest, I I mean, I'm not sure I could do that.
Hmm.
And I'm considered a grown up numerically.
I'm considered a grown-up. I think these girls are also grown-ups, but yeah.
I know. Or older
I know,
grown
I
up.
always feel like I'm about 12. Okay, the preference sheet meeting. We have Rebecca and Eric, tattoo covered husband and wife from LA with their friends. They want a sunset beach bonfire and a seafood extravaganza with the next night a circus themed evening.
Have we had a circus themed evening yet?
I don't
This could be
remember it.
super fun. I'm
Yeah,
excited.
yeah, me too. Captain Dreamboat tells Laura, in front of the other heads of department, mind you, that he wants to see Marina on service this charter.
And Serena agrees with Jason and just adds that she would do a fantastic job on one of the meals. I'm like,
Yeah, yikes. I was like, Tzarina, be quiet. Um, Laura was very cold during this meeting. Tzarina
yeah.
seemed like she was actually trying to get along and like move forward.
Yeah, you know, like I said last week, I just feel like something's going on and it's not sitting right with me. I
Hmm.
don't know. It everything seems off kilter.
Yeah,
And
agreed.
it's not just the stabilizers.
That's right. Back in the cabin, these two have a little chat, and Laura says she doesn't want any animosity between them. And Tzarina asks very nicely that Laura take a step back from Alysia and let Tzarina control her own department. Does not seem like this is the end of this conflict.
No. I 100% agree. And Zarina handled telling Laura to stay in her lane very nicely and very professionally.
Yeah.
Very impressed. But I mean, I agree with Zarina on this. Like,
Yeah, I do
just,
too.
that's fine if Alicia goes to Laura, but Laura should say you need to talk to Zarina. I'll come with you, maybe,
Yeah.
if you, but I just,
Remember, Alysia said, I didn't go crying to her. Like, she came to me.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
and which I guess that's true, right? I mean,
yeah,
Laura is kind of like seeking out these interactions.
yeah.
I am nervous that Harry is going to make a huge blunder in this episode because they are really laying the whole lead deckhand thing on thick at the beginning.
I know. I was thinking that too. Um, I'm hoping though that it's just us overthinking things. I mean, like we never do that. We never
Right.
overthink anything, right? Right.
Here comes Eric and Rebecca. Okay, what is an alternative clothing company? Is it like clothes made out of non-clothes material?
So I have a couple ideas of this. I'm wondering if
Okay.
it's more like when you think of alternative, you go straight to the 90s, you
90s
think
skater vibe.
Nirvana, Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
What did you say?
90s skater vibe.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm wondering if it's a little bit
Wallet
more,
chain, long
yeah,
shorts.
Junko pants. I don't know.
Yeah.
But then I was also thinking, well, maybe it's upcycled or recycled clothes that they like repurpose.
Yeah.
Because apparently that is a huge thing is clothing waste.
Yeah, apparently so. Fast fashion. So Harry is talking Nick through the anchoring process, and Jason is not hearing enough communication over the radio. And at one point, the anchor starts spooling out, like free spooling, while Nick hasn't like locked it down all the way. This is not a good look for our lead deckhand on his first day.
There is no bueno.
No
No bueno.
bueno.
No.
Nate takes Bree and Adair to the beach to set up for the beach bonfire, and Jason calls Harry to the bridge to talk about the anchoring. Ugh, I would hate for Captain Dreamboat to be disappointed in something I did. In some
Yeah.
ways, I think I'm most intimidated by him. What captain would you be
Yeah.
most intimidated by?
Oh gosh.
I mean, it would be
Do I have to
terrible.
pick one? Because I
Yeah.
like admire all of them so much that I would
Yeah.
probably
Captain
like
Carey is kind of scary too.
I would not want to make him mad. Like I
Hmm.
like being on his nice side
Yeah.
and will continue to stay that way. But
Hmm.
I don't know, like I would be upset with myself if I disappointed Sandy. I would be, intimidated. I just would want to always do well with what I did. So all of them. Do I have to pick one? All of them.
No, I guess
Captain Lee,
not.
forget about it with Captain Lee. Like I'd be crying. Like I'll swim back to shore. It's fine.
Yeah, he
Like
give you a plane ticket home, honey.
that's right. And I would have to swim to get to shore. So it'd be fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I wish I was more of a nerd so I would get all of Nick's references.
Was it
Um,
Green Lantern or
one of
I
those
don't even know
boy
what he
movies.
said.
He thought that he would have to dress up as a crab for the seafood night.
Okay, so my mind went a thousand different ways in
Yeah.
this.
Hmm.
But um you all I could think of was crabs. So this is gonna be my squirrel moment for this episode. So
Hmm.
remember in college, freshman year, when we sent a bunch of free STD literature to somebody about
Yeah.
crabs?
When you say
And then he was
somebody,
like, I keep getting
do
all
you
this stuff.
know who we sent it to and you're just not saying their name?
Yes. Because
Okay.
I don't know if they
You
listen.
have to tell me offline because I don't remember. But I
It
also,
was my ex-husband's roommate.
oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
That's, oh
Or
yeah, I do
friend,
remember that. That's
his friend.
hilarious.
And
Um,
he kept saying, how am I getting all of this stuff? And we were like, I don't know. That's really weird.
so funny. Yeah, we would sign people up for all kinds of like stuff on the
All the
internet
free
to,
things. Well, because everybody liked getting mail.
yeah,
And
maybe not
and
that kind of mail.
hey,
Do you remember
beggars can't be choosers.
the health clinic had those I don't know, they were like pink or yellow like postcards and it was anonymous and it would be like, "Hey, you should go get yourself checked." Like so it's meant to be like dropped anchor with someone and then you
Yeah.
send it to them anonymously saying like, "Hey, you know,
BT dubs.
I
Yeah.
have crabs." Basically. So I do remember definitely sending those. Not
We
because I
used to
gave
find
somebody
like,
crabs, but because
yeah,
I
well, it
thought it
was
was
like early days of
hilarious.
the internet. So you could like search. I don't even think Google was around, but you could find like free things to
Yeah.
mail people on the internet. And that was always the best thing because I'd just
Yeah.
sit there and wait for him to get it.
Like diaper samples or just like
Yes.
whatever, like
Yes.
your random stuff. God, so funny. Ugh, fun. Okay, the beach setup goes great. There are crabs everywhere. Speaking of crabs, um,
Yeah.
the crew is enjoying hanging out by the bonfire while they wait for the tender to come back, but Laura wishes Bree had come back with the guests so she could help get ready for dinner.
I think if Marina had gone to the beach, she would not have had that concern.
Mm.
It's just, I think Bree is her safety blanket, especially at that time of day, because they have
Hmm.
a routine of getting things done together and getting
Okay.
decorated. And I think she's just bummed and kind of like, what do I do? So
Yeah, that very well could be. Also, did she tell like this is Bree's first time like doing this, right? So like did
yeah.
she tell Bree that was her expectation? Like
Yeah,
maybe
because
she just
wouldn't
didn't
it have
know.
left Adair on someone else on the beach by themselves?
Well, there was a dare and there was a deckhand.
Okay.
I forget which one, but yeah, I don't know. Okay. Oh, it was the bosun. It was Nate
Right.
who
Oh,
was
okay.
also there.
Okay.
Okay, the seafood extravaganza. Zarina
Yes.
has really outdone herself with this meal. The dishes are gorgeous. Was it Chef Ryan that would put out his seafood extravaganza and it'd just be like a bucket of crabs, like some fried fish or something?
I don't remember. I
And
think
he'd be
so.
like,
That
"Oh,
sounds
I'm gonna
right.
do a seafood tower." I don't know. It's just like really pretty boring. But it's gorgeous. Marina's doing great on service, and Alysia even gets to come up to present the food with Chefy, so that's great.
She was so excited to get to go
Hmm.
upstairs. And I just love that Zarina's really giving her options and opportunities to be a part of the whole experience. And she's teaching her different skills, like how to shuck oysters and stuff.
Yeah,
And also to like helping her learn how to think ahead of what's needed and everything. She's Zarina, you are a very good leader.
I agree.
Yeah.
Except for the day a couple days ago when you were very passive aggressive. But other than
Which I mean,
that,
we all have days like that.
okay,
I mean, I guess whatever.
why or what did you think of Laura gifting Alysia the lipstick during dinner service?
I thought that was a very thoughtful gesture of her to think of how she Alicia was really bummed that she lost her lipstick and she loves this bright pink stuff.
Hmm.
Um, I thought it was very kind that Laura thought ahead of it a time to say, hey, I'll get this for you. I 100% agree with Tzarina, though, that that could have definitely waited till after dinner.
Yeah.
Could have even waited
Also,
till the next day.
isn't it a little weird to have the provisioner get personal items for a crew member, though? Really?
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
always amazed at what the provisioner can make happen.
Yeah. I don't know. Something felt a little off to me. And I know what Zarina was thinking. Like, Laura is trying to like buy her way, or, like, I'm giving you gifts to get you on my side. I don't know.
Serena did say that happened last season or her on her last charter.
Oh, did she? I missed that.
She said, Alicia, maybe you'll be able to come a chef stewardess, a chef
Oh,
stew. And she goes,
that's right.
that's what happened on my last charter.
Hmm.
I don't know if that was with Laura though.
Yeah. I think
She
it
said,
was. I think that's what she was saying.
yeah. Hmm.
Um, it's good that Bree is getting more experience on housekeeping because she said she's only done some of these things like for charter one. So that's good.
Yeah, I think it's fair that they're getting to share the tasks now because
Hmm.
hopefully she'll be well versed in everything. She was having some issues with the washer at one point and
Yeah. I think Laura said, I don't know if it was on Watch What Happens Live or on her stories on Instagram, but she said there were major issues with like some of the wash machines or something. And
okay,
so
okay.
they just didn't show any of that on the show.
Yeah.
Um, did you see the fish reports from the Watch What Crappens guys?
I started to, but I didn't watch the whole thing. Fill me in. What's going
I
on?
just saw the little clips on Instagram, but basically they're just showing, all the sea life underwater shots. They're just
Yeah.
like talking about the fish, but of course they are not marine biologists, so they don't know like what these fish are. They're like, "Ooh, look at her wearing these yellow stripes. Here's that eel again. But I thought it'd be so funny if we did like a bonus episode or something just about the fish where I can
Yes.
actually tell them what things are and they
Yeah.
can anyway, I thought that'd be a funny
What'd they say? Have you heard back
fiction.
from him yet?
Have not heard back, so we'll
Okay.
see.
It's the
I know they're
weekend.
busy because
It's
they
fine. We're all
record
busy.
like 1,000 podcasts a week, but okay, the next day. It's very swelly. Food is sliding around the galley like we're on sailing yacht. I would want
Right.
to move. That looked really annoying.
So what's annoying is the stabilizers on this yacht, this super yacht, suck.
Hmm.
Which we all know what those are from Motor Yacht Home. But
Yeah.
anyway, but I digress. Such a pain in the butt. Like, why didn't they move? Or was there really nowhere to move
That's
to?
what I was thinking is like he's studying the weather and the maps and stuff, and maybe he's seeing that it's bad anywhere they would have gone.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but
Better to stay put.
ugh, yeah, no, that looked very uncomfortable. I mean, I would at least say let's not be at anchor and let's just like keep the boat moving, going
Yeah.
like in the right direction. Like, ugh,
Yeah.
looks so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Bree is getting pulled in all different directions up and down those stairs 100 times a
Yeah.
day, and she has new respect for what Marina's been doing all
I
season.
think we all do.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, it's circus night. If you were
Okay.
gonna wear a costume for circus night, what would you be?
Mm. Okay. I've got this. I have been thinking about this, believe it
Hmm.
or not.
Of course.
I would probably dress like a trapeze artist with something
Mm,
sparkly and fringy. So what you should think of is Big Top Pee-wee
hmm.
and the Piccolo Puccolo brothers, but the sister that's part of the Piccolo Puccolo group.
Hold on, I gotta look up Big Top Pee-wee.
Uh, Piccolo
Big
Puccolo brothers. They're the
Top.
trapeze artists, and then they have the sister.
I don't know that I've seen this film. This
We've got
fine
to get
work
you to
of cinema. Oh my
uh,
goodness.
Piccolo Puccolo brothers.
I love it. Okay, wait, let me look at the brothers. Piccolo
Yeah, Piccolo Puccolo
Piccolo.
brothers.
Of course. Just like it sounds. Oh, there it
They're
is.
Italian.
Okay.
What
Oh,
would you
I
dress like?
see. Their outfits kind of look like ketchup and mustard and a little bit like He-Man.
Yes, but the sister
Oh, I see
is
the
the
sister.
outfit.
She's got the
Yes.
like big thing here.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll. There she is. Okay, well,
There's some good music in it too. It's a very
adding that to my
kitschy movie.
viewing viewing list. I think I would, what do you call the like the ringmaster? Who leads it? Like Greatest Showman, like
Yeah,
that.
the
The
Ringmaster.
ringmaster.
Yeah.
I think that's what I want, like the top hat. I want like a, I don't know.
A
I'm being
whip?
French. Yeah, a whip. Although I'm not gonna whip any animals. I'm just gonna like whip it around.
Whip boys. That's fine.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Side note. A storm blows in and the decorations are blowing all over the place. And I was thinking, Captain Dreamboat, you promised everything would be fine. You said, it was gonna be okay.
Yeah. So my main question though from this, because they knew the weather was going to be wonky, why didn't they just have everything happen inside
Right.
to
Well,
be safe?
Laura asked him, she was like, we're setting all this stuff up. Like, are we gonna be okay? And he's like, oh yeah, the wind is good or the tide or whatever's gonna switch and then we'll be facing into
Yeah.
it, be fine. Well, he did say that the weather was very unpredictable in Seychelles. So
Amen.
anyway, can't wait to
All
see
right.
this circus party though. Well, let's take a break and we'll come back with hot tub convo. We are supported by Coconut Bowls. Coconut Bowls reduces the use of single-use plastics by sourcing sustainable coconut shells while providing jobs to low-income artisans in Vietnam and Indonesia.
From beautiful coconut bowls to bamboo cups, straws, and cutlery, Coconut Bowls has eco-friendly, handcrafted items to complete your sustainable kitchen. Each bowl is made from 100% natural coconuts with a unique size, shape, and pattern. Join the Coconut Bowls movement today and eat sustainably.
Go to coconutbowls.com and use the discount code AboveDeckPod for 10% off your order. It's time for Hot Tub Convo, where we discuss what's happening with our favorite Below Deck cast members.
There's a lot of hot tub combo this week. Okay, ready, Sarah? Here we
I'm
go.
ready.
Captain Sandy and Hannah are doing a series of evening city cruises together in DC, New York, San Fran, San Diego, and Chicago.
Cool.
Whoa, very cool. You can book a cruise with Hannah and Sandy on the Cruise City Cruises Live website. I've used them before for
Oh, really?
something. Yeah, when we were in DC,
Okay.
um, they did a river cruise, dinner river
Fun.
cruise. It was very nice. Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds awesome. I think that's so cool. And it's particularly cool because Hannah and Sandy recently in the last year, like, kind of dealt with their feud and have like smoothed
Yeah,
things over and are friends again. So
I love that.
it's very cool.
Yeah.
A few of you have asked where you can watch our Grey Gardens episode on YouTube. It's not on the Hurrdat Entertainment YouTube channel. I think it was a little too obscure, not really related to entertainment news and Bravo. Um, so I put it on our Above Deck YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the resources for you guys so you can watch it. Speaking of Grey Gardens,
Yeah.
our listener Carol found another Bravo Grey Gardens connection. Okay, so
Get
in
out.
season
Okay.
9 of
Uh-huh.
Roni, Sonia's tagline was, "There's nothing gray about my gardens." So that's kind of
Oh, that's
perfect.
awesome.
Yeah,
Oh,
so thank you
fun.
for that reminder, Carol.
That was still a fun episode to
Hmm.
record.
Yeah.
NBC upfronts are happening in early May, so we should find out what shows will be picked up for next season.
Hmm.
So I wonder if that's why we're seeing so many Bravo celebrities together in New York this week.
Yeah.
So Fraser shared a photo with Tom Schwartz, Shep Rose, teenage, teenage
Mutant Ninja
TJ
Turtles.
Dench from Southern Hospitality, and then just to throw him in there, Tyler Beckford,
Tyson
Tyson
Beckford.
Beckford, Tyson Beckford, who shared the Above Deck pod post.
Yeah, he did. That was awesome. I was like, oh my gosh, he was all over our like teen magazines, in the
Yeah, he was.
90s, like
Yeah, he
very
was.
handsome.
Oh, Tyson Beckford.
So I'm wondering, how does he know these people? Like, what, how did
Yeah.
this come to be? I need more information. I
Yeah, we
get
need more info. Fill
I
us
get why
in,
all the
Tyson.
Bravo people were together, but who brought Tyson Beckford into this
Right.
dinner? So fun. So Chef Marcos is opening a new restaurant in downtown LA. It's called O by Marco Spaziani, and
Yay!
the bar is already open, and then the restaurant's going to open in like 2 weeks.
That's very exciting. So it's his own shop. He's flying solo?
That's what it seems like. So
Okay.
wish him all the luck and can't wait to see pictures and all that.
Yeah. We'll have to get our friend Annie, who lives in LA, to go out and
Mm,
check it out for us.
yeah, we will need that for
Yeah.
sure.
The Below Deck season 12 trailer dropped last week, Sarah. Holy
Hmm.
cow. Like, I didn't know if like Captain Carey was jumping off of the boat because he was done with like all the drama or if it was like to add to the amazingness of it.
Do you
So
think that was really him or was that a body
I
double? Is that a
do. I
stuntman?
do think it was him.
Wow.
I know
Okay, that's
I'm probably
badass.
really off, but I really think it was him. So we have some returning cast members. We have Captain Carey, we have Fraser, and we have Scottish Kyle.
Otherwise known as Naked Kyle.
That's right. And it looks like it's going to be another Love Island kind of boat. Like it's just
Everyone was making out in that trailer.
so. And here's the fun thing. I don't know if it's fun. Might get him in trouble. It's insinuated that Kyle hooks up with a charter guest.
Wow.
Um, it sounds like also some of the highlights from that a charter is going to end early,
Hmm.
and the police get called and not sure if they're related or if that's two separate events.
Yeah.
Also looks like some bags get left on the dock,
Oh no.
and um, Fraser,
Fries are.
Fraser is as spicy as ever, and I think we're gonna have to type up on our Fraser's phrases
Oh yeah,
segment.
Fraser's phrases. Forgot about
At
that
one
segment.
point, he is dressed like kind of in leather,
Hmm.
like little BDSM kind of
Okay.
thing going on.
Vibe.
Uh, and the guests are too. So I'm wondering if they wanted him to like play that role because he was kind of like mean to them a little bit.
I could see that. Yeah, I could see that for him.
So I'm excited. It's coming in June.
Yeah,
Is that
early
right?
June, like June 3rd, June 4th, something like that.
Yeah,
So, yeah, coming up
good
quick.
stuff.
Harry is leading a trip to Ecuador in October. He's taking 10 people on the trip, hiking, rafting, horseback riding, waterfall
Wow.
chasing, and you can book with him on tourhero.com. I'll put the link in the episode resources. By the way, Harry asked us where we would want to go with him. I I don't know what you're thinking, but like Australia would be cool because he's from Australia, and then we're always
Yeah.
talking about Europe. But the
Yeah.
thing is, he's such a hiker, and I am not much of a hiker. And
No.
I would really
No.
like a trip where we could lay in bed and scroll on our phones and then also lay on rafts in a pool. So what would that be, Harry?
Can we stay like somewhere fancy, like south of France? We can go
Yeah,
to like Nice or
Auntie.
like, yeah, it's fine. We make that work. I like that idea, Harry. That's what we would like to do with you. So
Okay.
make it work. Um, but I would like to say though, real quick, you said he's taking people horseback riding and waterfall chasing. I'm
Hmm.
sorry, but the legendary TLC
Hmm.
has told us one thing, and it's not to go chasing
You don't
waterfalls.
go chasing waterfalls.
No.
It's not like the
You
rivers
stick
and
to the
lakes.
rivers and the paths that you're used to.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. Bria and Marina were on Watch What Happens Live this week. They look stunning.
Hmm.
Beautiful. Oh
So
my
pretty.
gosh. They both said they disagree with Tzarina that Lara was a mean girl.
Okay.
Andy asked about Alysia, the whole Alysia and Van bed mix up.
Hmm.
Bree said Van had told her he was asleep the whole time. And Marina was
Wow.
especially eloquent. She said Vian, before he finds love, he should find a psychologist. And that was like she was ready with that one. That was
Yeah,
good.
she was.
Ruth from BravoCon was in the audience and she asked Bree what is the current status of her and Harry.
Hmm.
Bree said she has been living in Australia since November and she and Harry are very close, but we'll have to wait and see.
What does it mean?
Baby giraffes, baby giraffes.
Baby giraffes are coming. I really would love to meet Ruth at BravoCon, this next
Oh
one.
yeah.
Like, yeah, she was such a star of BravoCon 2023.
Yeah.
So,
I just
and
love
for
her.
those of you that don't know, Ruth is like 80 something years old. She went to BravoCon by herself in 2023 in Las Vegas. It was Vegas, right? It wasn't New York. I think it was
Yes,
Vegas.
it was
Um,
Vegas. Yeah.
and she stood up and asked a question. I think it was at a Roni panel. At least it was a question for Sonia or something. But
Yeah.
she just became like an icon of BravoCon and just
Heck
so
yeah.
cool. She made so many friends, and that's what BravoCon is about.
Everybody was very protective of her.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ruth. It's time for our segment Join Me in the Wheelhouse, where we decide who needs to see Captain Dreamboat for a stern talking to. Kelly, who are you going to call to the wheelhouse this week?
Oh gosh. I don't know. I kind of want to call the weather
Yeah,
because it's just
swell.
a little too like unpredictable right now. So we'll
Hmm.
do that because I can't call Jason.
Okay.
Can't
Yeah.
call him.
All right, it's the weather. It's the sea. The sea
The
was angry
C.
that day, my friends.
That's right.
That's it for this week's episode of Above Deck. Thank you to our team at Hurrdat, especially our producer, Joss. Please subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to tell a friend, and please rate and review us 5 stars only.
Please follow us on Instagram at Above Deck Pod, and you can email us at abovedeckpod@gmail.com. And you can watch our episodes on the Hurrdat Entertainment YouTube channel. I'm Kelly Busby, and there's only 202 days until BravoCon.
Woohoo! Oh, sorry, I didn't do my last part. I'm Sarah Goldman. We'll see you next week. I think I messed that up 2 weeks in a row.